So, I wonder how many of you actually watched Worlds this past weekend, because if you hadn't, then you would know that Pachirisu basically won Worlds. Just get that out of the way now. Pachirisu won Worlds. Don't know how I personally feel about that. I kind of wanted the person that was playing it to win, just because I believe he played last year's Worlds, and I think he placed pretty high. I think he was in top 4 last year, and he lost out. But this year he came out on top. I think he was running something weird last year as well. But Pachirisu seemed to come through for him this year, which is kind of cool, I guess. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder or question why the hell he just chose to use Pachirisu. I mean, he kind of explained it after he won. Like, you know, they do the player interview. He explained that he used it for things like Follow Me. It has Volt Absorb. It has Nuzzle. For anyone who doesn't know what Nuzzle does, it is a 20 base power electric move that has a 100% chance of paralysis. If I'm not mistaken, Pachirisu can also carry both screens if it wants to. So, I mean, there's that as well. The thing that caught a lot of people off guard is, for some reason, it was capable of taking things like Draco Meteor and like all this other like powerful crap. I think it even took an Earthquake once and lived in the red. I could be wrong, of course. I'd have to like re-go over all of the like footage over the weekend, which I believe they're currently airing over on Twitch right now. So I mean, if you guys want to go check that out, feel free to. I'm sure they'll have all the matches also uploaded, and you'll be able to see it on their Pokemon channel whenever, or the Pokemon channel, I guess, not their Pokemon channel, but they'll have it uploaded on YouTube momentarily, probably in the next like few weeks. They kind of space it out for whatever fucking reason, but like for whatever reason, it was just able to live a lot of powerful moves, and I think that it has to play in with the fact that he either invested in HP or in both defensive stats. I mean, it's kind of weird. He had to have high investment in his defensive stats. He probably did like 200 something, leaving just enough, maybe not even 200 something, like maybe 190 something or whatever, like anywhere near around 200 or something, just to give enough EV investment to the HP stat as well. But I could be wrong. I mean, Nuzzle in itself is already a terrible base power move. I mean, 20 base power, it's one of the lowest in the game. But the fact that it's kind of like an infinitely weaker version of Zap Cannon, where Zap Cannon also has a 100% chance of paralysis, it's kind of good. I mean, you can't really knock it. Free paralysis and damage, especially if you somehow outspeed, or if you really just want to outspeed and do damage later down the line. Like, you can get hit once with Pachirisu, and then you just paralyze, and then you can outspeed with it. He also ran Super Fang on it, and I mean, Super Fang is a good way of just doing a massive amount of damage. You're guaranteed to do 50% every time, and I mean, that's kind of nice to have, I suppose. But I can't help but like question like why he would use it. I think that there might be other Pokemon that were a lot better to use than it. For example, Emolga. Emolga has Nuzzle. It's a flying type as well, so it's unaffected by Mold Breaker, unlike Levitate Rotom. And it has access to things like Nuzzle. I don't know if it gets Follow Me or not. It might have Super Fang. It's kind of like the Generation 5 Pachirisu. So, I mean, like, they literally kind of just took Pachirisu, changed it around a little bit, and made a Emolga. That's kind of how it was. But, I don't know. Like, I feel like there might have been a better choice, but I don't know. I just could be completely wrong. Another cool Pokemon that was used over the weekend, and it was in the finals as well, was Rotom-Mow. I'm sure that a lot of people have forgotten that it even exists. Rotom-Mow is the grass type, the grass electric type that, you know, and the cool thing is it gave me an idea because its special move is Leaf Storm, or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, it's Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm is a move that has, I think, like 120 or 140 base power that you know, reduces your special attack by 2 stages after you use it. I think it's a 130 base power, actually, I could be wrong. It's one of those 3. But either way, it reduces your special attack stage by 2 when you use it. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's good and all, but the Rotom really wasn't all that great for this, at least on his team. I don't really know exactly why he played the Rotom. He said something about, like, why he chose it, but it didn't seem like it was very logical, I guess, is a good way to put that. But in the end, it really wasn't enough. I think it was one of the remaining Pokemon on the field whenever he lost in the finals. I could be wrong. I don't really remember it off the top of my head. It was like 2 days ago now. But yeah, and the reason why I found it interesting, it kind of gave me an idea, was on Saturday there was a person on stream who was playing the Pokemon Florges, and for anyone who doesn't know, Florges has 2 abilities. It has Flower Veil and has Symbiosis as its hidden ability. The ability that was used was Flower Veil. Flower Veil is an ability that prevents non-volatile status problems like burn, whatever, and it also prevents the lowering of the stats of all Grass-type Pokemon on the user's side of the field, including any Pokemon that has the ability itself. But currently there's only 3 Pokemon in existence that have the ability Flower Veil, which are Flabebe, Floette, and Florges. Pairing up Rotom with a Florges gives you access to Will-O-Wisp on your opponent's Pokemon, gives you access to a 130 base power move with no drawback whatsoever, and having things like Florges out there to not only boost your I think it can help boost your grass type moves if you really wanted to. I think the way that you would do that would be grassy terrain. I don't know if you'd really want to use it in VGC, of course, but I'm just kind of going off of things that it can do here. You can use it for things like the screens. It has the ability to wish. Obviously, you're going to run things like Protect and VGC anyways. So, I mean, being able to do like really stupid things like that, it just seems like you can really benefit from it. I don't know if there's any grass types that have access to close combat. I could be wrong, of course, but like if there's any grass types that have things or access to things like close combat, or hell, even Draco Meteor, or something like that, then it has the ability to abuse the hell out of, you know, out of Flower Veil, which is always really nice. And I don't know, like, it just seems like it's a really cool, like, gimmick to use, and I don't know. I mean, I really just kind of like the idea that you can do an interaction like that between, you know, I don't know, but yeah. And by the way, Intimidate in this fight, it actually did a little bit of work, because I think without the Intimidate, it would have been a solid 2-hit KO for return on Drapion, because as you see, it survives with a very small sliver of health, so I guess that's great and all, but whatever. I just realized there is another interesting move that grass types actually get that you can use in combination with Symbiosis, or not Symbiosis, but Flower Veil, and that would be if you transfer up a Turtwig or Torterra or whatever, you can give Superpower to Turtwig. I think you can even breed it onto Turtwig, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like you can, but I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it does have access to Superpower, so I mean that can be kind of scary. Torterra isn't exactly a weak Pokemon; it's definitely bulky, and I mean that could be interesting. There's also Cacturne who gets Superpower. I think that there's maybe one more. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Maybe one of the Simmies. Maybe Simisage. I don't really know. All I do know is that it's kind of cool that you can pair up things with Flower Veil. It kind of makes me a little sad though, because Florges isn't exactly a good defensive Pokemon. Especially defensive, hell yeah, but outside of that, not so much. I mean, it has a base defense of 68, while its special defense is 154. Like, that's kind of off the charts, really. Not to mention that like Florges has a really good special attack stat as well. You'd have to actually invest a lot of your EVs in HP and defense, because otherwise you're not going to live any kind of physical mode. You're probably going to lose a good chunk of your health, and that's no bueno. So I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. It's something that I do want to try later down the line myself, just for fun. But I don't know. It's just interesting. Florges, Rotom-Mow, and of course Pachirisu were kind of like all MVP Pokemon this past weekend. Rotom Fan was also pretty popular. The crowd was cheering really loudly for it every time it made an appearance. Not entirely sure why everyone was so happy to see it exactly. Maybe they were just happy to see something different for once. Then again, this entire season's basically been different Pokemon, because you're not allowed to use anything for post-bank. You're only allowed to use Kalos Dex Pokemon, and Pokemon caught in Kalos, or something along the lines of that. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's the reason, but I don't know about anyone else, but this didn't feel like an actual competitive season to me. I'm assuming that's what they were kind of going for, but it just didn't feel competitive to me, because we didn't have... It's kind of like adding a bigger ban list onto the game, and that's obviously something that you shouldn't be doing to a game like Pokemon, where there's, over 700 Pokemon that you can use, and you're cutting out like a good, 200 or 300 of them. So, I mean, it didn't feel right. Obviously, like, OU and stuff like that for Smogon and whatnot is fine, because as soon as Bank's out, okay, everyone can play whatever the hell they want. But when it comes to the actual competitive Pokemon stuff, no, they're just like, nope, we're not going to let you do anything. Cool story. But, I mean, whatever. Basically, the entire season is done. I'm kind of curious to see how things play out now, because I'm assuming that they're going to start allowing post-bank stuff in the next season. And before we see a lot of Landorus, Thundurus, and Cresselia again next year, there might be less of that. They might have much more broken combinations now that you have a bunch of new Pokemon and new mechanics and stuff that we can use as well. So I don't know. We'll have to see how this upcoming year will be. I'm kind of hoping that Worlds next year is very, very promising. Same with Nationals even. And I mean, I don't know about everyone else. I'm just kind of looking forward to it. I absolutely enjoy watching both the card game and the video game. They're both a lot of fun. I don't know about anyone else if they watch more than just one or the other, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't get to see the finals for the trading card game though, but I saw a lot of Garbotoxin. I've been hearing so much about Pyroar, and at the same time, I didn't see a single one all weekend. I could be wrong. It might have been on Sunday, but I didn't see one at all on Saturday. So I don't know. There was also a lot of that whole Yveltal, Darkrai, whatever. I don't know what the actual name of that deck is. All I know is that, it's been kind of seeing play. So, excuse me, I had to yawn. I'm still kind of waking up. And I tried to make sure that I wasn't loud about it, but, Either way, I woke up an hour ago, I think. So, yeah, I really hate my sleep schedule. But I'm gonna kind of just say this now. We really don't have much time left. We won't be able to get started on the gym today, but that means that basically all day tomorrow we will be taking on the gym. I don't know if we'll be actually making it to the gym leader though. I was kind of hoping that we would kind of get started on the gym today, so that way we could actually hit the gym leader tomorrow, but we'll have to see how things play out. So in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting on the OP Lucid City gym, and hopefully we can actually get to the gym leader and beat him before the end of the next episode. Otherwise, we'll be taking him on most likely at the very beginning of the episode after next. So yeah. Anyways, if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to stay tuned for next time. So until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.